Hi there. It's time for my Project Polish update for 2016. Started this mid-January, so um, it's a 2-month update. These are the colors that, here, let me cover up one of them. The colors that I was working with. I'm only doing 4 at a time, and trying to use only those 4 colors, and as I finish one, I'm adding another one to the wheel. So that being said, let me just jump in and get started. So the first one, well, you can see the X, so it's kind of giving it away. I was focusing as of last month on my mini. It's just a little Sally's Girl mini in Haughty, and it's this orange one here. And it is done. I guess you can't really tell, but it is done. Here's where I started. The second line was after 1 month, and then I just really pushed my way through it, and which made it easy too because of the way the bottle is built. Really at the end it was killing me. It was dipping and dipping and dipping and dipping just to get a nail done, so I'm glad it's done. But that one is gone. So next, we'll just go down the row. We have the Milani in Black Cherry, and here's where I started. It was full, then that's after 1 month, and then not a lot of movement, but some, and that's at 2 months. This one's gonna be tough going into spring, so we'll see. I may slip it in on my toes or something now and then, but it's gonna be a lot harder to continue to use. I have to push through it though, because I have a ridiculous amount of nail polishes in this family of colors. I won't say exact dupes, but pretty darn close. So I'll just keep working with that, and it's fine. It's a thinner formula. It does require a few coats to get the opacity, whatever that I'm looking for, but it's moving along. Next is Revlon Ice 01. It's a white with sort of a pink shift to it. I'm wearing it now. That seems to be the easiest color to move on to really pushing through, so I'm trying to get as much movement as possible on this one. So here's where I started. That's after 1 month, and then here's at 2 months. This one is tough because, and it's just, I'm sure I'm doing something, it's user error. When I shake this up, it tends to trap a lot of bubbles, air bubbles. So I'm trying to figure out a better way to mix it, because, or I don't have the patience, let's be honest, I don't have the patience to shake this thing up and then just let it sit for as long as it needs to let the air bubbles out. And I find that I have to redo a couple nails because after it dries, I realize, dang, I trapped air in my nails and that looks gross. So pushing through this. I need to just, I guess, sideways shake it up instead of up and down, shake it up, whatever. I'll figure it out. But so about almost halfway done with that. And so I really want to concentrate on this one moving into spring. Next, we have the bane of my existence, this green. It's spoiled. It's a Wet n Wild and totally amazing. It's green. It has the slightest of shimmer to it, really. And I'm sure it looks wonderful on some other people. On me, it looks fine. It's just a personal preference, and it depends on what I'm wearing, and it just really has to match. And I am somebody who only paints my nails once a week, and really I've only done that because of this project. Before that, I'm not good at painting my nails. So if I were someone who painted their nails once every 2-3 days, this color would be great. Unfortunately for me, it's not something that I have the wardrobe to wear on a all week long basis. So I've been wearing it as a base coat under the Milani color, so that the Milani color doesn't really chip or stain my nails, as it has a tendency to with being the super dark color. But anyway, It's a whole lot of talking about nothing. So here's where I started. That's after 1 month and at 2 months. So it's not huge progress, but it's more than I was getting just sitting in my cabinet. So there's that. And then that brings me to, okay, so here's the 4 colors I was working with. Finished this one. So now I'm adding this pink because we're moving into spring, and by gosh, I want a pink. So this is Trust Fund Beauty, and I'm kind of a big deal. It's really pretty, I think. I got it in my Ipsy bag. It's a big old bottle of polish. So it's a 0.57 fluid ounce, which is just a hair bigger than I think really all of my other ones. And we're starting off at the very tippy top full. The only thing I have used it for is this swatch, just to make sure that it was a great pink, and it is. So I'm adding this in. So we're going to be seeing a lot of this in the future. So those are my 4 colors now. Boom. But one's gone. It's a mini, but it totally counts. Totally counts. Okay, so moving on into spring, what's going to happen? Okay, so if we're working with these 4, this one, it's not going to get a whole lot of use. I've got to keep using it though, or else we're just going to keep talking about this very first color on my wheel all year long, and nobody wants that. So we're going to move on to these, and these I think I can really get some use out of. They even look pretty, I think, for some nail art. I think these 3 colors kind of lend themselves to some fun things. So, and no, nail art is not a forte of mine by any stretch of the imagination. We may do some experimenting on my big toes and then hide them in shoes for a while, because I think those first ones are going to look like Pinterest fails. But we'll see. May do some ombre colors, maybe some color blocking. Who knows? I'm going to make a mess and have some fun. So that is my project polish at the 2-month check-in. And if you have any tips or comments or suggestions or questions, or just want to say hi, please feel free to leave a comment below. And thanks for checking in and watching. And if you're doing a project polish, please let me know. I'd love to watch if I'm not already subscribing. Have a great day, and I will see you next week. Thanks.